Welcome everyone back to North to Prem. In today's episode, we have our Season 4 transfer special. If you didn't see the last episode, we just won the National League playoffs in Peterborough Sport after coming from the National League North and now into the Football League. We are a League 2 club, and this will be our first transfer window, our first transfer special as a professional club. So a little end of season wrap up stuff. So Jaden Williams was top goal scorer of the year. He also won player of the year as well. So really good season from him. National League goal of the season, Reece Allport got third. We are on the Scott Carson's manager of he's the Rochdale manager. Didn't know that. There you go. So end of season wrap up stuff. I mean, what a season we had. What a season we had. Finishing second in the league after just being promoted. Obviously, our first season in the National League. 10 losses, not great, but we barely drew. We scored plenty, and yeah, it was mostly just goals conceded, but we've done very, very well there. So we've got our little end of season review thing, so we'll go through this. So in terms of the new arrivals, player of the year or sign of the season went to Sonny Davis. I'd go along with that. I think Oyson Smith probably more deserving of it, or even 34-goal man Jaden Williams. But there you go. Apparently the player who made a whole 11 starts, he gets it. I mean, he's been good, and he'll definitely be our right back going into next season. I do think who he's probably reached his peak. I mean, great season in the league to get promoted as a newly promoted side. We obviously lost the opening day to Rochdale as well, which shows you how important the opening day really isn't, because we then went on a terrific run. We did kind of go up and down a little bit around December time. We had a little bit of a bad run in around here, but other than that, I mean, it's been a lot of wins, not many draws. Those losses all kind of came in and around the same time. We had a decent run in the FA Cup, getting knocked out by Walsall on a replay, not terrible. Quarter-final of the trophy, thank God we don't have to play in that anymore. I guess we've got some more Mickey Mouse Cups coming up in League 2, but thankfully we won't have to do the FA Trophy anymore. Moment to remember, big win, 6-0 over Scunny. Match to remember, apparently a 1-0 against Yeovil. I don't know why that would be so memorable. Goal of the season was Reece Allport's 94th minute goal, I guess. Don't know. In terms of finances, so we've went up to, finance. I guess it's finances. In terms of reputation, we went up to 1.5 stars, so definitely probably the lowest in League 2. We don't make a lot of money really, so we definitely need that big Football League solidarity payment at the end of the year. Player of the year went to Alechi Ahua, which is kind of mad because I'm saying I think he's not really good enough anymore. I just don't think he is. He's leading National League North. He's not going to be good enough for League 2. Let's be serious. Sign of the season went to Sonny Davis. Goal of the season, yeah, we know all this. We've seen all this before. Most Player of the Match awards, Oyson Smith. I think he should have been Player of the Year, but there you go. He did get 19 assists, 18 in the league, 19 in all comps. I don't know. His rating still shows good, but I saw it in the match engine. I saw how many times he caused us to concede. And then Simiyu was the highest transfer record, giving us 180k, who played 13 games in League 1. Didn't do very well either, just very average. So, very good stuff. We've won back-to-back promotions, another promotion, like I say, under our belt. And that's, National League North trophy and a playoff trophy in the National League. Very, very good stuff. So we have had a stadium expansion planned as well. So the cost is going to be an extra 1,250 seats. Somehow that's cost 1.4 million. We've got additional funding for the project of 725k. I don't know where this money's coming from. Has it come out No, it hasn't come out the bank. We took a loan out, right? We already had a loan. We've took another one out. Okay. So we had a 350k loan. We took a 725k loan out. Where's the rest of the money come out from? So I guess 725k's come from the authorities, which is like the council, I guess, and then 725k's come from a loan. Either way, it's it's just to give us up to standard, probably. Don't know. Yeah, but anyway, more seats, and we don't really get many fans anyway, so I don't really know. Yeah, I mean, look at we're going to get about 1,000 at home. We definitely have the capacity for a lot more than that. So I think we're only doing this because of league rules. But there you go. So we've got a little bit more financy stuff, so we've avoided a tax hit because we didn't really make much money. Commercial stuff, I think we've actually made a little bit more money there than we usually do. Yeah, definitely. Where's sponsorship? So 128k in sponsorship. So yeah, new stadium sponsor doing the business for us. Previous deal was 45k. We've gone up to 80k, and yeah, we're doing a little bit more there as well. At the minute, we don't have any scouting. That's not good. Do this one, I guess. We'll do just the league, which I guess will go up to League 2. There you go. Actually, you know what? We'll put a little bit more into scouting budget. Let's do this one. Yeah, let's do surrounding. Right, okay. So we have not really anything else. We definitely use more scouts. Give me more scouts. Give me more physios as well. We definitely need to get more physios in the club, and we probably need more coaches as well. Set piece coach, that'd be good. Right, okay. Let's see what the board say to those requests. But yeah, in terms of squad planning, I mean, this is the players that are tied down for next year. All of these are either loans or have their contract expiring. We do have optional extensions on a few of these. I'm not going to take them up. I don't think Toure or Sidho would be good enough at League 2. Onyango's been decent, but I just think at League 2 level, yeah, I think we can do better. We've got Reiki and Smith, so I think we can do better than Tyler Onyango. Hopefully I'm not wrong. A couple of the loans we may look to obviously offer a contract to. Reece Allport is one that we promised we would offer a contract to, so we'll go in for him. If he's obviously got unreasonable demands, then we won't. Carragher's out of contract at Wigan, so he would be a good one, I think. Other than that, I don't think we'd be interested in anyone else. I think it would just be Carragher and Allport out of everyone. So we'll see what happens there. But other than that, actually, no, I'll put them on the bench just so I keep those in mind. But other than that, that is very much the squad we're working with. So we have a 12-man squad going into next year, and we're trying to sell Kazim. We definitely got quite a bit of business to do. So we've had the season tick over date, which means we've got our fixtures for League 2. So our first game in the next episode will be away to Morecambe, and then our second game will be, we won't do the League Cup, we'll skip that. We'll do MK Dons in League 2, so that'll be our first two games. Other than that, we have obviously ticked over, so we can do our yearly coaching course, which will obviously help us go from National A up to Continental C, I think it is. So that will be good. Our reputation's actually gone up as well, half a star, with being probably with that promotion as well. The club are obviously now recognised as professional, League 2, and we are getting very close to free transfer day. But before we get there, we do actually have a little bit of business to talk about right at the back end. So, one player that's come in, Sheik Ridgewell. He was a young player. Like I was saying, the youth players at this level, not really too useful anymore. But he's a young left back. He's shown his lead in National League North. I think he's a National League level player. He looks quite quick. He's quite determined, 20 determination. So I'd fancy him to work on his attributes. He's got League 2 potential. It was shown as Championship. Maybe not the best signing, but he's only in on a 1 year deal on £150 a week. It's really not a big concern. But we have lost a couple of players. Most of them have been ones I've wanted to lose. So first of all, Al Amin Kazim, I just don't think he'll be up to League 2 level. He's actually managed to get a move to League 1, so fair play to him. He's went to Forest Green for 36 grand. We'll skip Jaden Williams for now. Luca Lynch has went to Scunthorpe for a little bit of money there, 22.5k. Again, I just don't think he'd be good enough. Luke Ashby Hammond has went to Luton in the Championship for 2.5k. He was a backup goalkeeper, taking up a big wage. Well, not a big wage, but £400 a week for a backup keeper. We didn't need him. And then we get this one. Bristol Rovers, who are in League 1, came in with a £300,000 offer for a player who's only shown as decent National League. I love Jaden Williams. He was great. He scored loads of goals. But when he didn't score, he wasn't very good. One good season. He only had a year left on his deal, and he kept moaning about wanting a new deal. I was okay with it. So he's went to Bristol on a 1 year deal for 300k. I'm not sure who's doing their transfer business. Can we loan him? They want too much. I'm not paying that amount of wages. I don't even think he'd be that good at League 2 level anyway. So to get 300k for him, I think is a bit of a steal. And we also have a very similar deal going on here. Let's actually reject the Cardiff one. You know what? For the 25k 5k difference. We'll leave it just in case he doesn't want to join Reading. So he's got a offer from Cardiff for 425k and an offer from Reading for 450k. I think Kamani Ryan's the same thing. I mean, he'd probably be okay, but he's only shown a decent National League. I think they've had a couple of good seasons. They've reputations, at an all-time high. I think we're cashing in on players that aren't really that good. So that's a lot of money to come in the club. We are nearly close to $1 million in the bank balance with that Jaden Williams deal coming in. This would put us over $1 million. So hopefully we can reinvest that. Obviously we've got 11k at the minute, but our wage budget is going to go down to 6.7k once all the contracts expire. So we'll have a little bit of money to work with. We'll have about 13k to work with. We don't have a very big squad at the minute, though. That is the problem. So we do really need to bring players in. Part of me wants to just give Jez his extension. I just don't think he'll be any good at all at League 2 level. He was barely good enough at National League level. I'm just going to take the risk. We went in for Carragher. He didn't want to join us. We might go in for him again. Reece Allport's contract unfortunately got extended, so he won't be coming back. And I don't think we'll bother with a loan when I don't think he's going to be good enough. We'll go back in for Carragher. I don't think anyone else is out of contract that I'd be interested in. No, they're not out of contract. Gabriel Overton, he's out of contract. I just don't think he's good enough. For League 2, MJ Kamara, he's not out of contract. Kobe Small isn't out of contract. So, yeah, really just Carragher, and I think he wanted way too much. We'll try again. You're not going to be a star player, that's for sure. He wanted like $2,000 last time. It was crazy. Even the director of football is trying to give him too much. We'll throw a relegation release clause in, so we won't get relegated. Yeah, he wants $2,000. That's way too much. So, yeah, we are down to bare bones, and at the minute we've only got a squad, if I could do it right, of 8 players. So we definitely have a lot of incomings to do. So we are sharp approaching free transfer day. It will be tomorrow, but all of our players are out of contract that have left, and obviously our loans have finished as well. So Brendan Horton's contract has finished. He obviously was quite good for us in National League North, really didn't make the step up to the National League, so he's gone and left on a free. James Carragher's loan has finished. Cowler's loan's finished. Obviously he was our star goalkeeper in our second season in the National League North. Again, just probably got replaced by a better goalkeeper, but he's good. I would fancy him to go somewhere and do well. Gabriel Overton was, again, not really used too much this year, but was good. Well, he was okay in National League North. He'd probably be better if we played him more. Toure, Onyango, Gez Sidho, they've also left the club as well. Again, I don't think we really could use any of them at League 2 level. I mean, yeah, I think they're okay. They're all decent players, but I think we can hopefully find better options, though. I am a little bit worried. We have got, obviously, all the rest of the players that'll be at the club will be out of contract at the end of next year. Obviously, they're all on part-time deals. We won't worry about that too much because obviously we need to focus on getting players in before we try and extend any deals. So we'll see how we go. In terms of the squad, though, it is looking thin. Obviously, there's a few more loans to leave as well. And Kamani Ryan's probably out the door as well. But realistically, I mean, we've got 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We've got 7 players. We've got 7 players for the new season. And no centre-backs. We need to go and get... And no striker. We need to go get some business done. So we're about halfway through July now. So let's take a look at some of the business we've done. So in terms of transfers out, so Kamani Ryan did go to Reading. He decided on League 1 Reading for 450k. We managed to get him back on a free loan once he left. So basically we've got 450k and the same player we always had. So we've got him for a year on a free loan, which is really good. In terms of transfers in, it's been a bit hit and miss because we've had not enough players at the club. We haven't really been able to judge them appropriately. So we've relied on scouts and the coaches report, and I think we've messed it up a little bit. So there's a couple who are good and there's a couple who are not so good, and here's one who's not so good. So Scott Holden's come in as a star player, only a decent National League player. He looks okay stats wise. He looks very average. Yeah, he recently played for Wrexham. Dover and National League South, where he was only okay. So I think this is a bit of a miss. We have signed him on a 2-year deal as well, so he might be hard to shift on. But Scott Holden's coming in as one of our centre-backs, so hopefully he can improve at least. Our other centre-back is a 19-year-old, so at least he's got the ability to hopefully get better. Formerly of Luton, again, he's only shown as a decent National League player. I think his physicals look really nice. His technicals are really poor, but in terms of every position, in terms of the actual bits that make up a centre-back, he looks okay. Next up is Michael Reindorf. I actually think this one is not too bad. He joins us on a 2-year deal on £975 a week. We've also been hamstrung by not wanting to spend too much money as well. He's shown as a decent League 2 player, which I think is about the level we can get at. He's formerly of Norwich, where he scored 1 goal in the Championship. He also had a loan in the National League and got 15 and 28, so he definitely knows where the net is around this level. He works hard, so he's a good pressing forward. He's pretty quick, not the fastest, but he's got enough going for him. He's a decent finisher. I think he'll be okay at this level. Next up is Dominic Sadie. He joins us on £1,200 a week on a 2-year deal. Again, shown as a decent League 2 player. He's formerly of Bournemouth and West Ham. It's not a bad deal there. Next up is goalkeeper Mason Terry. He joins us on £575 a week on a 2-year deal. Shown as a good National League player. I think he'll only be our backup. He's formerly of West Ham. Next up is Oliver Tipton. We've really not done well, I think, in the centre-back department. He joins us on a £850 a week deal for, again, 2 years. He's shown as a good National League player. Never played a professional game, formerly of Wolves. But he is 6'4" with a 17 jump and reach, so he might score some headers. He could be okay. And then the final one we've done for now is Sekou Kaba. He joins us for £675 a week on a 2-year deal. He is formerly of Man United and Derby. Again, only shown as a good National League player, so hopefully he'll be a decent backup at least to Reindorf. So I think for now this is the team that we're going with. So we do have a little bit of, obviously we're trying to bring a few more players in as well. We'll see how we get on with those, hopefully improve the squad. We can also bring some loans in as well. Obviously we've only used the one loan spot up so far, but I think this is the team that we'd go with for the time being. So it would be Beach in goal, back four of Davis, Holding, Tipped. You know what, I think I'm just going to put Emery in over this is what I don't really want to do. I want to keep Tipton there. You know what? We'll put Holden back in. Tipton, Ridgewell still at left back, and then a midfield two of Smith and Reiki. Ryan, Palmer, Sekou Kaba on the left, and Reindorf. So I think what we're missing really is probably a proper left winger. We're probably missing a couple of centre-backs and a proper left-back. Other than that, I'm okay. If we can get a better striker in, that's even better. But I'm happy with Reindorf and Sekou Kaba as our two strikers for the year. I actually think Reindorf might surprise a few people. Hopefully I'm right. Casey Palmer, obviously down the middle, very good. And then Sadie behind him, happy with that. Kamani, Ryan and Kaba on the wings. We definitely need some new wingers. Happy enough with the midfield. We probably just need someone to come in to compete with those spots. Left back, we definitely need another left back. Right back, we definitely need another right back. Though Alechi Yahui, you know what, he can probably just do. We'll take him off. He's probably not good enough, but for his last year of his deal, until we can replace him, I'll keep him. We definitely need another centre back, and then hopefully we can maybe loan out Emery or something. And then Beach in goal with Terry behind. I'm okay with that. So I think centre back, left back, a defensive midfielder, and then a winger. And then we're doing okay, but we definitely need a few more in as well. So we have reached the point where we are ready for our first game of the season. So next episode, we will kick off obviously with that League 2 fixture against Morecambe. But before we leave you, we have done a little bit more transfer business. So since you last left us, no one else has left as we need to bring bodies in. So first one to mention, Brad Hills joins us on a £1,500 a week deal, on a 2-year deal. He looks like a good player, good League 2 level, 22-year-old as well, formerly of Norwich, had spent a loan out in League 2, made 28 appearances for Accrington in League 2. After him became a familiar face, Matty Longstaff. He joins us on a £2,000 a week deal. I think that makes him as our highest player. He joins on a 1-year deal, recently of Toronto, but obviously of Newcastle before that as well. So he joins us. After him was Kieran Wakefield. He joins us on £975 a week on a 2-year deal, formerly of Birmingham, spent last year on loan at Altrincham in the National League, scored 13 goals in 34 appearances, so he looks like a decent pickup. And then Lewis Shipley is the new left back at the club. He is obviously a good League Two level player, looks very good. He joins us for £1,500 a week on a 2-year deal. Formerly of Norwich, had spent time out on loan in the Football League with Accrington, and couple loan spells in League One as well with Wigan and Tranmere, so he looks like a really good signing. And then finally, last signing is Mark Duggan. He's joined us as a fringe player, just on loan from our partnership with Lincoln. He joins us of a free loan for the end of the season, which will allow Ridgewell to go out on loan to get game time. So he's got a couple offers from National League clubs, so he's going to go out on loan to one of those. We probably want to look at loaning Emery out as well, because I don't think he's going to be good enough for us. And we have 3 centre-backs, and that should be enough for us. We are still looking to bring in a winger, but we haven't managed to get one in before today. So this is what I think the team is looking like in terms of what we're probably going to be starting the season with. Reiki's still injured, so he won't feature, so we'll just take that player out. So I think this is what the team will be going with. So Beach in goal, back 4 of Davis, Hills, Tipton and Shipley, Longstaff and Smith in the middle, Ryan, Palmer, Sekukaba on the left, and Reindorf. I definitely think the weak spots are we probably want a better ball winning midfielder in there. I guess we could swap those round. And that probably makes more sense. We'll have Smith as the ball winner and Longstaff as the playmaker, because he's not really much of a ball winning midfielder. So we'll put Longstaff back there, and then I think we definitely need some wingers. And striker, I'm going to try Reindorf. The star ratings think Wakefield's a better player. I think mentally he's a lot better. But for me, physically, Reindorf just looked a little bit better. Plus, he's got a little bit better work rate. I'm open to either of them, really. I'm not really locked in on either of them. We'll see how they go. Could be Wakefield, could be Reindorf. It just depends who really takes it. They're both on the same amount of money, same years, so it's really open to whoever wants to take it. I don't think Kaba is going to be good enough to start just yet. He's got a lot of potential, but I don't think he's going to, be starting just yet. But he will start on the left-hand side, because really don't have anyone else. We can play Casey Palmer out there if it's not going well, and we can bring Sadie on in the middle as well. But I think we've got some decent options. I think centre-back, I would still like probably another in to improve on Tipton. Right back, I'm happy enough with. I think obviously we'll just use Sonny Davis and then Ahui. Shipley on the left-hand side with Duggan behind him. Duggan can play centre-back as well, though at 5'10", I really wouldn't want to try it. In midfield, I think we're okay. Smith, Longstaff, and then obviously Reiki when he's fit. It's wingers really, because Palmer and Sadie behind, and then Reindorf and Wakefield there. I'm okay with that, but I do think we probably need another midfielder. We definitely need at least one winger, but probably 2. And then we probably need a centre-back as well. But we are pretty much out of money, which is going to make this tough. We are looking at a couple players to bring in, but we've still got about $2,000 left, and I think we'll probably be spending that. Hopefully we'll be bringing Vaughan Coville in. He looks... Actually, you know what? He doesn't look good enough. Let's just take that away. We need to find a winger. Okay, this is just like a free loan. We'll see how he does on the scout report. We still need to find a winger. We haven't found one. Usually not that tough, but thankfully the Kamani Ryan deal we've been able to get back on loan, so otherwise we'd really be screwed. So that's what we're going to be doing, and then we'll kick off the new season, Season 4 in League 2. In the next episode. So thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed this episode of North to Prem, and I'll see you all for that very soon.